Hello, friends. Welcome to this yin yoga class for a full body stretch. This is an all levels class, so everyone is welcome here. Now, traditionally, yin poses have been held for 2 to 7 minutes. And in this class, we're going to hold them for about 2 to 3. And there are a lot of benefits for holding yoga poses for a little bit longer. First one is that it allows your nervous system to calm down and adjust and feel safe. So if you feel anxiety and you're weak or a little bit of stress, that heightens your nervous system, and holding these postures, coming into stillness, allows your body to feel safe and calm. And in that same vein, it allows your body to relax into these postures deeper and find a deeper expression, so you're getting more of a benefit, more flexibility, more mobility, so that you leave your mat feeling not only amazing and open, but also centered, grounded, and calm. So I highly recommend that you grab a bolster or a cushion, a pillow, or 2 blocks. That way we can feel really comfortable towards the back end of class, as we might want to rest on these props. So I'm Kate. If you haven't practiced with me before, I am so excited to have you here for today's class. I have tons more yin yoga classes on my channel, power yoga, splits classes, skills classes. Come and join me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. But outside of all that, let's take a deep breath in. Nice big sigh out. Let the shoulders down the back, and let's get started. All right, we are going to get started at the back of our mat in child's pose, just arriving onto our mat. So big toes come to kiss, knees wide, and guiding with your chest first, melt down onto the mat, arms come overhead. We won't start our yin yet, we're just going to arrive here. So palm your hands forward, find a really long spine, long neck, and at the same time send your hips back down onto your heels. Start to focus on your breath, elongating your inhales, feeling your rib cage expand, and exhale through your mouth. Again, but a little bigger. And sigh it out. Relax the forehead, relax the eyes. Inhale. Inhale this time, fill up the back, the lower back. Sigh it out. This one's different. Fill up with an inhale. Seal the lips. And exhale through the nose. See how already that elongates your exhale. And see if on your next one you can constrict your throat to elongate your exhale even more. Crawl both hands over to the left. Bring your right hand on top of your left hand and sit your right hip back down onto your right heel. Feel a beautiful stretch through the right side body, the right shoulder. Keep your slow, intentional breaths. And slowly crawl it over to the center. Maybe find a little sway in the center this time, just side to side. Feel how that gets into your hips just a little bit more. Creates a little bit more space to move into. And then curl your hands over to the right. Bring your left hand on top of your right hand and sit your left hip back down onto your heels, stretching through the left side body. Imagine you have gills on your left rib cage and breathe into them, finding space. And come to center. Find another sway here. Click your heels or your knees a little closer together, not all the way together, but about hips distance apart. And on your next inhale round through your back, come up to tabletop, through tabletop, and shine your chest forward. Press into the tops of your feet, lift your knees up. Dog gaze goes skyward. Exhale to child's pose. We'll do it 2 more times, just like that, nice and slow. On your inhale, round up, chin to chest, through tabletop. Shine the chest forward, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. One more time with really slow breath. Inhale, up dog. Knees are lifting. Exhale, child's pose. Beautiful. Come up to a tabletop. We'll sit down on our booty and bring your feet in front of you, bottoms of your feet together for butterfly pose. Now find a distance from your body that feels good for you, something that allows both sit bones to be firmly planted in the ground. Inhale to find your really long spine, grab onto your feet or ankles. And on your exhale, shine your chest forward. Just lean forward a little bit with a really long spine. Wherever you can lean forward to keep that long spine for the first half of this posture. Now, as we enter our first yin pose of butterfly, there are 3 components to your yin posture, or 3 ways that you can approach it. The first step is to come into your physical body, understand the sensations that you're feeling, get really comfortable, accept where you are. And once you're comfortable and settled in and still, click your attention 1 click deeper to your breath. Following your inhales and exhales, elongating them, seamlessly stitching the top of your inhale into your exhale in a circular breath. And the third part is, once you've found this rhythm of the breath, and you don't have to try too hard, the third part is letting go of that and dropping into meditation in the pose. Allowing yourself to just be present. No judgments, just a soft allowing. You can allow your back to round now as you rest into this pose. If thoughts come, just start over from your physical space, then to your breath, then to mindful stillness, meditation. A few more breaths here. Slowly start to walk your hands closer to you as your body comes upright. There is no rush. Move slowly and sweetly. Fold your legs under you and come into tabletop position. Before we move into our next yin posture, we'll take some sweet cat-cow. So on your inhale, look up, tummy drops, hip bones rise and spread apart. Exhale, chin to chest, round through each vertebrae, press into the palms. Core is engaged. Inhale, look up, shine the chest between the gateway of your arms. Exhale, press the mat away, round. A few more with your breath. And come to neutral. Press into your left hand and inhale your right arm up into the air like the wing of a bird. On your exhale, needle your right arm through your left hand and your left leg. Your right shoulder comes all the way to the ground and your head rests on the mat. Your left arm can come straight out ahead or wrap behind your back for thread the needle on the right. With a soft face and a surrendering body, make your adjustments and find your stillness and focus on your breath. Slowly bring your left hand under your left shoulder, press into the mat. Inhale your right arm back up, and exhale both hands to tabletop. Bring your left foot up and to the outside of the mat. And we'll find a little bit of movement here before we find our lizard pose. On your exhale, straighten your left leg, hips come back in space. On your inhale, rebend, shine the chest forward, hips are heavy. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, bend, take one more round. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, rebend. And let your hips come forward and down into your lizard pose. You can stay on your hands, you can come to your bolster or block here or to forearms. Try to keep your ankle under your knee and try to keep your knee in line so it's not splaying out too much. You're going to magnetize your right hip towards the mat and relax your face. We're here for 2 minutes. If you are on your forearms, push back onto your hands. Step back into your tabletop position. And with your feet bended back behind you, take a seat onto your booty. You can come sitting onto your heels or with your heels outside your legs. Now, if this is a lot on your knees, you can always double up your mat here, or you can take a single leg variation of what we're going to do. Now, with your glutes on the ground, we're going to fold back onto our elbows for hero's pose, a quad stretch. Again, you can do this with one leg out, and I'll let you know when to switch. If you can find a deeper expression, all the way down, not on your elbows, feel free to take it. If you are all the way lowered, then see if you can rotate your hips to a posterior pelvic tilt, where instead of arching your lower back a lot, see if you can take the arch out. It's going to bring your hips up and stretch your quads more. Find your stillness, find your breath, and settle in here. If you have one leg out, then take the time to come up and switch your legs. If you're feeling or experiencing a lot of sensation, feel free to come out of this a little bit more, or use your breath to breathe through it. Release any clenching or gripping. And very, very slowly start to rise. If you are all the way on your back, come up to your forearms. And rise very slowly. We'll come back into our tabletop position. And we'll rinse that out with a little side-to-side cat-cow. So look to your left, send your hips to your right, stretching through the side body. Come through center and then look to your right, send your hips to the left, exaggerate it. And with your own breath now, from one side to the other. So good. Hero's pose can be quite intense, so good job with that one. We're gonna put our weight into our right hand. Inhale our left arm up like the wing of a bird. And exhale, thread the needle between your right hand and your right leg. Your left shoulder meets the mat and rest your head on the mat. Right hand can come overhead or wrap around your back into your left pocket. Make your adjustments and find your stillness. Few more breaths left. Relax. Bring your right hand under your right shoulder, press into the mat. Inhale your left arm up into the air. Beautiful, reverse the stretch. And come back down to your tabletop. We'll step our right foot up to the top of the right side of our mat. We'll find a few rounds here where we exhale, straighten our front leg. Send our hips back into half splits. Inhale, rebend into your low lizard lunge. Shine the chest forward, hips are heavy. Exhale, straighten, half splits. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. One more round. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, rebend. And this time you can grab your block or your bolster or come all the way down to your forearms. Try to make it so your knee is right on top of your ankle and not splaying out too far. Magnetize the left side of your hip to the mat. Let go of any clenching in the glutes, the thigh, the legs. Start to press into your hands. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and take a big step up with your left foot to the outside of the mat. So both toes are out, heels are in, and sink the hips down into your yogi squat, Malasana. Find a little side-to-side movement at first. Feel around here. Maybe you reach one arm forward and the other arm back and switch it out. Maybe you reach one arm up and then the other arm up. Both arms forward, perhaps. And then when you're done exploring your yogi squat, come to stillness with a block underneath you. Perhaps find a really long spine here, proud chest, and see if you can bring your prayer palms and press your elbows into your knees to widen a little more. If this is very comfortable for you and your heels are on the ground and your back is straight, then try narrowing your stance by bringing your heels a little closer together. Close the eyes down gently if they're not feeling really grounded. Relax the forehead. Relax the space between each eyelid, top and bottom. Relax the cheeks, the lips. You have the option to stay here Or for the second half of this pose, reach your left arm down to the mat, or perhaps around your left ankle and twist up with your right arm to the sky. Spiral your chest skyward. If you're twisted, go ahead and reverse your twist, reaching the left arm up, spiraling your chest skyward, looking up. Release back to center. If you were twisted, and place both hands on the mat. Step back into your tabletop. Keep your hands where they're at the top of your mat, and walk your knees back until your heart melts into the mat. Keeping your knees at a 90-degree angle, we're coming into puppy pose. Your forehead can come down to the mat, or you can flip your gaze, bring your chin to the mat, look up at your fingertips. Sometimes it can feel nice to bring your hands a little wider on your mat, just a slightly different sensation, or you can bring them narrow, straight ahead. Start to walk your hands back towards your body. Sit on your knees or take an easy seat, and we'll roll our shoulders out in one direction and the other. And then grab your bolster or your blocks. Face the long edge of the mat, and we'll come into a straddle pose. So one leg out long, and then the other. I like to find my comfort by walking it out a little bit, almost like kneading your glutes into it so it kind of stretches out your hamstrings. And then once you feel comfortable walking it out, inhale to your really long spine, both sit bones on the mat, and maybe you stay here today. Bring your toes and your knees up towards the sky and press them back towards the back of the room to open through your thighs. Maybe on your exhale, you lean forward and fold. Releasing any clenching in the hips, or the glutes, or the thighs. Start to press yourself up. Bring your left hand over to your left leg on the mat and reach your right arm up and over. Just taking a little side body stretch. And wave it on over to the other side. Left arm comes up and over. Inhale to center. Bend your knees manually with your hands. Help yourself get back into a position on your mat with your feet firmly on the ground. Take your bolster or your blocks, set them up at the top of the mat so that your upper back can be supported. And then we'll lower back down. So have your support on your back start about the mid-back, right where your shoulder blades end. And you can take your legs out straight. I like my arms right out to the side, but you can also have them on your heart and your navel. And allow your chest to open in this supported fish pose. keeping the eyes closed down, start to walk yourself up by coming onto your elbows first, and then coming onto your hands, coming to an easy seat. With a tall spine, inhale your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, let them cascade down your back and leave them there, creating a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. Nice long neck. Release any tension in the forehead. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Relax the cheeks, the lips, the throat, the chest. Taking this stillness, this calm energy, to have gratitude for the time you took to practice. May you take this calmness and this ability to regulate off the mat and into your day. Namaste, sweet friends. Well done, friends. Make sure to drink lots of water today, after this class, and throughout. If you liked this class and you feel good and open and calm, please give this a little like and tell me where you're practicing from in the comments. I am in Florida, a transplant from California, and I hope to practice with you soon.